What is up, everybody? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, September 5th, 2019. It's right. I'm talking about $100,000 and $1 million Bitcoin in this video. It's all the hype on YouTube right now, so why not? I'm going to wait a second. I just want to make sure that I get some people in the chat. Mexican Charlie. Perseverance, man. You just wait. What's up, John? I just want to make sure you can all hear me. Can you just press 1 if you can hear me? If you're a replay viewer, you can go to the comment section. Go to the timestamps if you want to get right to where the video starts. Press 1 if you can hear me. I always have to test on these live streams, I have to test. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, so it's come to my attention by Poseidon Lou. He texted me earlier. There's some things floating around on YouTube talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. $1 million Bitcoin, $100,000 Bitcoin by 2021. That's insane. That's pretty crazy. I want to talk about that. And here's the thing. I want to talk about it in full context of how I've been talking about it for the last year. And this is mainly, and I say this a lot, this is mainly for people that are new into cryptocurrency, new into investing in Bitcoin. Because it is my belief, number one, that if you're a crypto YouTuber, you should be consistent with your underlying principles of how you read the charts and what you think. I really, truly believe that. And number two, if you're watching YouTube videos, it's 100% my belief that you should not listen to crypto YouTubers, including myself. Don't listen to us in terms of price. Just don't do it. That is absolutely an error on your part to listen to crypto YouTubers. But I do want to say this, and I guess I'll just jump into the video to really start talking about this because this is what it's based on. I have nothing on my screen right now, so let me get to this. It is the Bitcoin's natural long-term power law corridor of growth. There's a couple videos floating around about this. Number one, that's a great title. Bitcoin's natural long-term power law corridor of growth. I know I'm only reaching a small select few in the crypto space. I know my channel doesn't get a ton of exposure, a ton of views. I get that. And maybe I should use catchier taglines. I probably should use catchier taglines. But there's a couple videos floating around, and I think they're really good. Because of this, they're discussing something that is important, which is the concept of $100,000 Bitcoin by 2021. Not by next month, not by the end of 2019, but literally by 2021. And I'm checking my phone, I'm sorry. So this isn't like a new type of insanely bullish, ridiculously bullish, hyperwave theory or griperwave theory. This is literally based on the long-term trajectory of Bitcoin. And that is incredibly important because that is the foundation of historical data that we have on Bitcoin. So let's get into it. This Bitcoin's natural long-term power law corridor of growth really just talks about a couple things. The price will reach $100,000 per Bitcoin no earlier than 2021 and no later than 2028. Talk about conservative. After 2028, the price will never drop below $100,000 Bitcoin. That's a point in which I agree. The price will reach $1 million per Bitcoin no earlier than 2028, I agree, and no later than 2037. After 2037, the price will never drop below $1 million. Pretty much agree with that. In fact, I think it is more likely for these predictions to be too low rather than too high. And again, I agree with that. I just posted a link in the chat. Let me post a link here in the description of this video. I agree with these points 100%, but I want to throw this out there because, I'm running a YouTube channel. I talk about price a lot, and I want to throw this content out there. I think it's important. I tweeted this back in January. I said that the way I accumulate is based on one singular anticipation, $100,000 Bitcoin in 2 years. That would be 2021. $100,000 Bitcoin in 2021. $1,000 Litecoin for all you Litecoin lovers out there in 2 years. That is a singular way, at the very simplest terms, that's how I accumulate Bitcoin and Litecoin. It is exactly that. So going over to the charts, we have the cycles of Bitcoin. I've been talking about this for a while. And like I said, I know my YouTube channel doesn't get a lot of hits. It doesn't get a ton of views. The viewers that we do have here, I love you all so much. It's like the coolest viewers and just friends that I've made on this channel. But I want to say this, like, I have been talking about this for a while, probably around a year. I charted it finally, I put it out there officially in December of 2018. Talking about a $90,000 in the $100,000 range by 2021 Bitcoin. And I've seen so much content out there discussing Bitcoin going to $1 million, going to $500,000, going to $100,000 by the end of 2019. For the last year, I've just watched it. I've watched the content. And like, I'm a YouTuber. I put time in. Listen, everybody, this has not, like, I'm not making money here. I just want to say that. Any money that I'm making is not very impactful. And not only that, the impactful money that we've raised on this channel, we're donating to the Launchpad Foundation. So I just want to say that my intentions here, I'm trying to create content. I'm trying to have fun with you all, growing in this space. This is a break from my day in terms of recruiting in the crypto space. So please just know that my intentions here are pure. Like, I'm just hanging out with you, right? I'm just throwing my guesses out there with you. I study the charts for my own personal reasons. Like, I want to succeed monetarily. And so from my studying, this is what I found. And these are the charts that I posted back in December 2018. It's around $100,000 Bitcoin by 2021. Go figure. And, that's, I guess, starting to be covered now. It's a more conservative approach. I guess since we're getting closer to 2021, maybe it can garner some views. But this is the approach, right? And we're talking, we were at around almost $3,000 when I posted this chart. But it's based on some very key things. So if you're new here, you haven't seen, some of my videos talking about this, it's based on, my charts are based on probably like a handful of things, 5 things. But 2 of these things are extremely relevant. Number 1 would be Fibonacci retracements, right? And those are the long-term pullbacks as well as resistance that we get on Bitcoin. And number 2 is just the long-term historical trend of Bitcoin, which essentially is what this is based on, this article by Harold. By the way, nothing against Harold. I mean, he posted this, yesterday? This is a great, it lays out a good explanation of Bitcoin's trajectory. It does so in a conservative, well-mannered way. And I like that. So no hate there. But I want to talk about it because we've had this chart, and I know it doesn't get all the views. I know it doesn't get all the hype because it's kind of boring, right? It talks about patience. We have to wait around for these things to happen. And since it's floating around on YouTube, I decided, hey, I'm gonna resurface what we've been talking about on this channel for anybody new. I don't care if it's one person that's new here that's trying to get perspective on these markets and they view this video, then good. Then it paid off to do this video. So yeah, it's a long-term trajectory of Bitcoin. And I have a handful of things. I'm not going to get too deep into it. But really, there's 5 aspects to my technical analysis. And this isn't even just in regards to the zoomed out charts. It's also the zoomed in charts, the daily, the 4-hour. We have support and resistance at the 618 to 786 Fibonacci retracement. We have breakout targets based on patterns that we see in the markets. We have the confluence of the 50 moving average and 200 moving average on the daily charts, as well as the weekly charts. Number 4, we have the combination of momentum oscillators, the slower ones and the faster moving ones. And number 5, we have the historical data, which is least popular amongst many people, but most popular in my opinion. This long-term trajectory, the historical data we have on Bitcoin and Litecoin has proved to never fail us. It's insane how accurate charts have been that we've been covering on this channel in terms of these things. So, and that's what this is all based on. So I want to throw this out there to give you a very simple idea of this. Here's the long-term trajectory of Bitcoin, right? Here is our $90,000, $100,000, target that we talked about by 2021. And yes, it extends further, going up to 2025 and beyond, right? So this trajectory, this bullish trajectory, extends further. At the same time, we get some massive pullbacks, right? At the same time, we're breaking records in terms of market cap, right? Over here, we have a $250,000 market cap, a $250,000 Bitcoin, 2024. We're like half of gold's market cap at that point. But that's all speculative. But from a technical analysis perspective, here's what's going on. We have this swing low back here, 2011, to swing high that we had in 2013, back down to a Fibonacci level. Now, Fibonacci level 618 to 786 has literally proved to be the most insanely accurate, I don't want to say prediction, but prediction on that we've used on this channel. It's come through so much for us. It's been insane. If you want to take the time to go watch the videos, you can, but I'm not just saying that. It really just always comes through for us on the weekly chart, on the daily chart, and the 4-hour chart. So here, back in 2014, below the 786 proved to be an incredible time in that highly volatile bear market low to accumulate Bitcoin. That's what happened. That's what it was. I wasn't there accumulating Bitcoin. I just want to throw that out there. That data exists. Data prior to that exists. Now, from that bear market low to the bear market high that many of you have experienced, 2017, the same type of situation was anticipated, that we talked about on this channel, below that 786, an incredible area to accumulate. And it was an insanely incredible area to accumulate Bitcoin. And so that is partly, on the downside in terms of accumulation and Bitcoin and its volatility to the downside, how the Fibonacci retracement predicts, how it guides us, how it shows us what to do next. In light of high risk, there's always high risk. There was definitely high risk in accumulating below $4,000, but that area of accumulation was true. It was there, and it was charted using the Fibonacci retracement. From there, we have just this continuation of Bitcoin to the upside now, right? Which is a lot of what this article talks about and what you're seeing in more popular YouTube channels right now. And I'm glad the content's out there because this is a more realistic approach to the markets. This is that approach to the markets that I always talk about, which is like, have some patience, right? And that's what it's all about. $100,000 Bitcoin, if you want it, have patience. If you're new here, have patience. I talk to people in person and they're just like, I'm too late. It's $10,000 Bitcoin. I'm too late. And I'm like, there's a strong possibility we're going to have $100,000 Bitcoin. Do you know that? There's a strong possibility that we're going to have $1 million Bitcoin. And it's not guaranteed, but if you have patience in these markets, it's not too early. What are you talking about? Like, you're at really good timing. Even with a $10,000 Bitcoin, you're at really good timing. And that's something I feel like a lot of people don't realize. There's going to be opportunity in 2023 to buy Bitcoin, in my opinion. And you can, like, we can look back on this video in like 3 or 4 years from now, and we can see if I'm right, because we have a retracement. I have a retracement on this long-term chart back down to that $20,000 area, right? That's an accumulation phase. And if you're a consumer and you're not like accumulating Bitcoin at that area because you again think you're too late, well, I'm sure institutional investors will be accumulating Bitcoin. So we're still early. I just want to say that. I want to throw that out there. We're still early. And do I think there's going to be $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2019? No, I haven't thought that. There are scenarios where it could have happened, right? Like, but it would essentially look like this, and it looks ridiculous. There needs to be time. There needs to be patience. And so, you know, there's content out there. I just wanted to throw this chart out there to be in the mix. I want to be in the mix. I haven't been able to update this channel with content very often. I've been extremely busy, just way too busy. And at the end of the day, I want to keep doing content. However, I have to find a balance with the content that I do. My approach to Bitcoin is very simple. It really is summed up in this tweet. So when Bitcoin's moving, it's way easier to do a video to see where we might get some short-term volatility. But at the end of the day, this is my approach. The way I accumulate is based on one singular anticipation. $100,000 Bitcoin in 2021, $1,000 Litecoin in 2021. And that's just the bottom line. Bitcoin Ben, what's up, dude? Thank you for the super chat. God bless you and yours, my friend. God bless you. God bless you as well, dude. I appreciate that. I think I saw another super chat. Anthony, don't give MCL a wrench. That's messed up. JB, what's up? Thanks, JB. I appreciate that comment. It means a lot. So what's cool is, like, you know, I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat, and it's, you know, for me, it's good enough. You know, I don't need hundreds of thousands of subscribers to do content. Like, I feel like I'm creating content. I'm brainstorming out here. I'm thinking with you, and that's enough for me, right? But I do know there's so many people coming into crypto that are just like, what's up, Dom? I see you, man. Gotta chill. We got to chill soon, dude. You're so close. Congrats on the 1 year, man. Appreciate you being here. I want to make sure that for anybody that does come across these crypto YouTube videos, that you do get a sense of the amount of patience that needs to happen in these markets. It's insane, right? There has been an incredible amount of ridiculously, and I'll zoom in on the charts here. When we get moves like this, right? You see that move of Bitcoin. The amount of bullish videos that you get talking about $1 million Bitcoin, talking about $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2019, they're just frustrating to me. And I don't even hold it against any YouTubers that are doing that stuff. Like, it is what it is. But I wish I could collaborate with some of these content creators, have them on the channel, discuss this, because we could provide so much more value if we put aside the hype, right? Like, when we're getting a move like this in Bitcoin, and I'm putting out a video as we're going up talking about be ready for the pullback, it's tough. Like, I get a lot of slack for talking about that. When I see if instead I would have done a video talking about this bullish run continuing to $100,000, I could have got it probably a lot more love from my videos. And it's impossible for me to do videos like that, like just hyping up Bitcoin when it's making a run, knowing full well that it's overbought and it's going to consolidate. It's going to go back down. Same thing with Litecoin. Like, it's impossible for me to do that for views. I'm not going to do that. So anyway, that's it. I'm kind of rambling here. $100,000 Bitcoin. Now we're talking by 2021. So anybody doing videos on $100,000 Bitcoin by 2021, I'm liking it. I'm down with that. Rob says Dan has to learn the art of clickbait. Everyone else does it. Why not? Make that bread, bro. I think that's the problem. Like, I'm not relying on YouTube revenue, right? The only thing I have here in this YouTube environment is my integrity, and is to just have some fun with it in an honest way. I'm not trying to I want to grow the channel, don't get me wrong. I wish I had a crypto YouTube channel that was getting, 40,000 views a day, but I don't. I will tell you one crypto YouTuber that I 100% think is awesome. Crypto Daily, dude. He creates his content in a 100% creative way. He's hilarious. And his clickbait, if he has clickbait, isn't even clickbait, because he'll throw a crazy title out there, but he capitalizes on it. Like, he over delivers on his content. You can tell he puts a lot of work from a creative perspective. He's not hyping up numbers. He's literally hilarious and creative. So if you haven't heard of him, go find him. He's really good. But he's pretty much the only crypto YouTuber that I watch that talks about Bitcoin daily, altcoin daily, from an entertainment perspective. Technical analysis perspective, I haven't found anybody that is conservative enough, I guess you could say. But Crypto Daily is just an entertainment channel for me in the crypto space. So technical analysis wise, I'm just extremely conservative, and that's why I like, Poseidon Lou shared with me a couple videos from today talking about $100,000 Bitcoin, $1 million Bitcoin, and I'm happy to see that content out there now. I feel like it will slow down people from getting overly emotional in this space, because it's just extremely detrimental to be emotional in this space. You'll get wrecked. And there's so many YouTube videos out there that I feel are wrecking people because they don't call for patience. They don't call just chill out for a second. Zoom out on the charts, everybody. We're talking years before you get gains that you even want to get. Bitcoin, we're talking, a lot of people getting into crypto are picturing 100x gains. Bitcoin to go to $100,000 is 10x. It's incredible if you've been accumulating. However, for a lot of people, they're like, oh, that's not enough, which goes to show how crazy this space is. 10x is not enough. So those are my thoughts. I had to get my thoughts out there. I had to put this out there. If you're new to crypto, that's all my point is. Patience is the key. The more conservative I think you see in a video, I think the safer you are. Be careful with videos that you see floating around out there in YouTube land talking about, $100,000 Bitcoin by 2019. Come on. We know it's not going to happen. We knew it's not going to happen. But that's it. That's all my thoughts. 9:00 Eastern, Thursday night, hanging out with y'all. I appreciate you coming by. I really do. Be careful out there. That's all I can say. That's the thing. I want to say this. Like some of these YouTubers I see that are out there that I really don't agree with a lot of their content and their clickbait titles and their crazy videos that they do. Like they seem like cool people. Like they really do. So, you know, I gotta disagree with them to an extent. However, they seem like they could do so much better. I don't know how they do it. Hey everyone. So LTC Perosi, smash the like. Thanks, dude. Bitcoin Ben, love you, Dan. Bitcoin Ben. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you coming by, man. It's always good to see you. I heard you're having a meetup in the Philly area. I'm gonna be at MIT conference. Unfortunately, not gonna be able to hang out, but I don't know how you do it, man. Bitcoin Ben making moves, traveling across the country, cruising across the country, having these meetups. I love seeing, you know, the Bitcoin Bens of the world making moves on the road, putting in work. Bitcoin Ben says, I'm one of those crazy YouTubers. No, are you? Bitcoin Ben, what have you been? I don't even know if have you been calling for some crazy numbers, my friend? Rob says, win $100 Litecoin. I've only been eating one meal a day. You guys are crazy. The point is, at the end of the day, don't listen to YouTubers. I think many would agree. Poseidon Lou says, I eat free cereal, Rob. You guys are crazy. I was just meeting up with a buddy earlier today, and we're talking about the adoption of Bitcoin. We're talking about the adoption of Litecoin. There's a huge shift that hasn't even happened yet, and Bitcoin's at $10,000. Litecoin's at $60, $65. There's a huge shift that hasn't even happened yet. That's how early we are. And like, I thought it was cool how my buddy was talking about, you know, we had this shift from cash to credit card. And what did that shift look like? Like I wasn't even really around during that shift, right? We talked about how I just remember, me personally, I just remember going to high school and being like, hey, I have a credit card I can use. I didn't really see how that transpired, right? But we're in this new shift. And so what did that shift look like from cash to credit card? What did that look like for the majority of the world, right? And what will it look like now, the shift credit card payments to payments using this with Bitcoin, with Litecoin? We're in that shift. We're in it. You go to Twitter and you literally just see people going to like Baskin Robbins or Home Depot or something. And like you're seeing this happen and it looks unnatural because people are like figuring out how to do it. They're figuring out how to use an app that was just launched to pay with Litecoin. Like, that is it. You and I are the few who are taking part in this shift. It's absolutely incredible. Bitcoin Ben says to change the world, you got to get out in it. Thanks for the super chat, dude. And it's true. And I see these people getting out in it. They're paying with Litecoin. They're paying with Bitcoin. The shift is real. There's a ton of work to do because there are so many people that don't want this shift to happen. There are so many people. I have a ton of friends that could care less about cryptocurrency, everybody. And you're in the same boat, I'm sure. That's how early we are. Our friends don't care. I mean, maybe your friends care. Most of my friends don't care about Bitcoin or Litecoin. They think I'm in my own little world. They don't even understand it. So that's how early we are. And I just want to throw that out there. So I'm rambling. I need to end this live stream. We're going in a half hour. Appreciate you all coming by, talk about Bitcoin a little bit. If you're here right now and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of the channel. I really would. You all are awesome. Thanks for hanging out on a Thursday night. I hope you have a great rest of the night. Let's see what Bitcoin, Litecoin does. If we get some moves, I'll probably do a video tomorrow or something. But will we get a move? I don't know. Probably not. Appreciate you all. MCL, thank you for the super chat. 40K Bitcoin next spring, still in play. Litecoin in spring. I don't know. Looking at the charts, anything's in play, MCL. I'll do a long-term Bitcoin analysis, maybe potentially answer your question. Appreciate you all. I hope you have an amazing, amazing rest of the night, and I will see you in the next video. God bless.